All right. I'm checking to make sure I'm live. I am. Great. Okay. So, it's been a couple of weeks since I played Grounded 2 on the stream. Or since I've streamed anything on my channel. Had a lot of things going on, family stuff, camping, work, some other things. But I'm ready to get back in the saddle, but there's a couple things I want to do. Firstly, I want to give you an interesting question to think about. At least I think it's interesting, in part because of some implications that the answer to this question I'm going to ask you may have in another area that I won't let the cat out of the bag just yet. But maybe later I'll explain what I have in mind. So here's what I got to thinking recently because of Grounded. In Grounded, as you guys might recall if you've watched the previous episodes of this stream, Grounded is a game where you're shrunk down to the size of an insect, kind of like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, that movie that, from my generation back in the 80s or something. When you think about how a technology like that might work, if it were even possible, or maybe I should say if it's possible, because I can't assume that it's not. The best explanation, the most feasible explanation that I've heard is the one that I think featured in the Ant-Man movie. I don't know if it's... I'm not a comic guy, so I don't know if this is what the way that Ant-Man worked in the comics. But in the movie, the way that Ant-Man would get shrunk down to the size he is the empty space between the nuclei of atoms was shrunk. So your overall mass isn't changed, but the amount of space between nuclei shrinks. So your nuclei of your atoms, all the millions and billions and trillions of atoms that constitute your body, they get brought much closer together. Okay, and that's how you shrink. And that gave me an interesting thought. I decided to ask ChatGPT what percentage of the human body is made up of empty space, right? As opposed to the protons, neutrons, and electrons that constitute an atom. Because as you might recall, or as you might know from, science class and stuff like that, the mass of an atom is entirely contained within the protons and neutrons, if there are any neutrons, at the nucleus of the atom. The massless electrons orbit at various distances out from the nucleus, such that if you have two atoms next to each other, the space between the nuclei, which is where the mass is, there's space there, right, as opposed to actual mass. And so I asked ChatGPT, what's the percentage of the human body that is made up of this empty space? And I was astonished, although I kind of expected a pretty astonishing number. Something like a billionth of a percentage is made up of actual mass, right, protons and neutrons. The remaining 99.99999% of your body is the empty space between nuclei. And so here's the question I'm leading up to. We think of our bodies as... One thinks of one's body as one thing, right? A body. Granted, a body comprising many parts. But we still think of it as one thing, and yet if we were to zoom in really close on the nucleus of one atom in our body, and then move to the closest atom next to it, it would be millions of times greater than the amount of space taken up by the nucleus that you zoomed in on initially. So, in other words, if you could zoom close enough to see the two nuclei of two atoms next to each other in the human body, as far as you'd be able to tell, these are just two atoms near each other, but they're not one object. They're two nuclei, two collections of protons and neutrons separated by a great deal of empty space. And yet we call that the whole body made up of that reality, one body. So we seem comfortable, and this comes up in philosophy in the concept of composite objects. I debated an agnostic or an atheist several months ago, and he called himself did he call himself, a nominalist or something? He says he denies the reality of composite objects. And I understand that, given the reality that when you zoom in on two atoms in a body, the nuclei are extremely far apart and there's literally nothing in between except empty space. So despite so going from point A to point B in the human body, where point A is one nucleus and point B is the nucleus of the next atom, going from point A to point B, there is nothing connecting them at all. Literally nothing. The only thing that results in their being part of a single body are the interactions of the electromagnetic forces that bind those two atoms together, because the electrons of one atom are orbiting, their orbit overlaps slightly the orbit of electrons in another atom. So there's nothing real or tangible connecting two atoms of the human body, or for that matter, any object. All right, I don't know why I'm thinking of this. Well, I do, but I won't give the cat out of the bag. So the question is, given that, the question I have for you to think about, to noodle about, and then we're going to dive into the game, is why, so I guess that's a two-part question. Number one, do you affirm that an object comprising many atoms is a single object, despite the fact that there's empty space between any two adjacent atoms, nuclei? So there's empty space between any two atoms' nuclei, nothing connects the two. So are you comfortable, nevertheless, calling it a single object? And if so, the second question is, why? Why are you comfortable calling an object a single object, even though the many atoms constituting it have huge expanses of empty space relative to the size of the nuclei between the nuclei? There's nothing connecting them. If you didn't know that you were zoomed in on a human, an object, whether that's a human body or otherwise, and you just saw the nuclei of two atoms, you would these are two atoms. They're completely unrelated to one another as far as you'd be able to tell. At best, you'd be able to tell that there was some kind of electromagnetic force, attracting the two atoms to one to another. So why then are we comfortable calling that a single object? That's the question I have for you. And then maybe later in this stream or in the next stream, I'll explain why that question is interesting to me lately. Now, in the previous episodes of Grounded 2, which we streamed live the day that Grounded 2 came out in early access, we got up to a point, we were playing the character Pete, the nerdy teen, because I resonate most with Pete, and we got to the point where we started getting waves of attacks from a mysterious stranger, and we died when the first wave attacked us. So we're going to continue from that point in the story today, but I'm going to be continuing from that point in the story in a new world that I've been playing. So when I started the previous one, I was playing in medium difficulty. Now I've ratcheted that up to woe mode, which is hard. And I've also gone around various parts of the map and been collecting resources and upgrading things. So I have better armor and weapons and stuff than I did at the point that I was at in the previous stream, but I haven't progressed the story. So we're going to dive in. We're going to prepare for the first attack from this mysterious stranger, the attack that we've died in the previous stream, but now we're in a new world. And we'll go through the story for a bit. I've got the chat open on one screen so I can see if you're in the chat, and say hi if you are. Otherwise, maybe nobody will watch this live, in which case that's perfectly fine with me. But let's get started. So here's my Pete hard world, right? The one that I was playing on the stream previously was this one, which was medium difficulty. This one is woe difficulty. You can see I'm playing with my son there. Anyway, so we're going to continue Pete's story in hard mode. So another thing that I did was created myself a proper base before I continued the story. So if you recall from the previous streams, there was this brochure near the starting area. And I just built up around it. I built a big platform on top of it and started building my base up here. Just so that I could... well, just so you could see some of the building things that you can... Some of the things you can build in Grounded 2. And so that we can speak of our base and... benefit from some of the things that you get, like with a bed, a proper bed in your base. If you sleep in that, you get bonuses throughout the next day. That's what you see along the left side of the left bottom corner of the screen. As you can see, some of the benefits to having slept. Now, and as you can see here, I'm wearing some B armor. B armor gives you, it's ranger armor, like I want to say ant armor, so it increases the damage I do to enemy weak points, but then it's got this more better draw thing, which will allow me to have a more effective draw with my bows. I'll be able to, I'll have a better perfect draw window in which to fire, to let go of the arrow. So we're gonna go with we're gonna go with that. And as you can see up in the top left corner, but I'll show you here as well, the next point in the story is to build the 2 spike strips. Now, when I did that last stream, that is when the wave started counting down to attacking me. So let's go ahead and build our 2 spike strips. And I don't really care where they're at, but we'll just put them here for now. Whoop. We'll just put them here for now. It looks like I need to go make some rope. And I've got a ton of plant fiber for making ropes. In fact, I probably have some rope already made. Yeah, so here in one of my spinning wheels, I've already got... Oh, hey, James! You played pickleball last night. Well, that's very cool. I wonder if I could put this up on this... with StreamYard, I can take a quote or a chat and put it up on the screen. I can't do that in OBS, at least so far as I can tell. But yeah, James, that's awesome. I've played pickleball a time or two, and... I'm certainly not any good at it, but I enjoyed it. So anyway, now that I've got some crude ropes, I can finish these, and I should hear from that mysterious stranger very shortly, having done that.
So you haven't forgotten everything you learned in the yard?
There she is.
Let's see how good you really are.
Alright, so at any point now I should get attacked by the mysterious stranger's wave of orc bugs. Yep, here we go.
This counts as research, right?
Oh boy, oh boy! I'm using my smoothies I have made to heal. Oh boy! Oh boy, they're so hard! Jeez Louise. So, it's definitely woe mode, that's for sure. Alright. Now I might have a chance. Every time I come up here, I guess they can't come up here. That's cool. But I also don't want them to run away and then I count as a failure. But I'm back at full health now. I love these dual daggers. I want to make the wolf version, the wolf spider version of them as soon as I can, but right now I've just got the orb weaver versions of these, which are still great. Oh boy, oh no. I gotta heal. Oh. I hate these orc waves. When I have better armor, I'll feel better about it, but... Aha. I'm gonna cheese this guy. He's stuck, evidently. All right, I think there's only one left. And he's gonna go down. That's right. Heck yeah. I used all of my smoothies and several bandages, but I
You
survived.
passed my little test then. Good. I'll keep checking on your progress. Can't have you falling behind. My soldiers are just a radio signal away, so stay on your toes. There's nowhere you can go that I can't attack you. I have this place wired up way better than on an end.
All right, well, now let me make some smoothies for some heals. And then we'll go advance the story still more. I'm trying to have a no deaths save, though, so I'm going to save right there, and if I die, I may reload. Alright, so, having defeated the first wave from the stranger, and I've learned more about the game as I've played off stream, so I will tell you more as the game progresses about this stranger. Suffice to say, I think we have seen her in our stream so far, in a manner of speaking. I'll explain what I mean in a bit.
Thank God you're still alive after this ordeal.
I finally got intel on our attacker.
Really? What did you learn? We could work together to calm her down, or even defeat her.
That crazy girl told me she has the place wired up.
She was bragging about her own network. No wonder we haven't been able to disrupt her signals.
Like she has her own orc transmitters.
Orc transmitters. She must have been planning this for a long time. And I say that purely speculatively. Wow, she worked fast.
I'm gonna say she's smart.
Smart people, they're often dangerous and insane. Not me, obviously, but people I've worked with, you know.
If you say so.
By hacking into your Scabby 2K, not only did she violate the terms of service, but she also created what we call a backdoor into her network.
We could trace her signal.
I like how you think.
Ew.
Oh, she wanted to yell at you so badly that she exposed herself. She'll lead us right to her, or at the very least, something worth checking out.
Like Burgle.
It's a 2-for-1, really. Because if we hack enough of these transmitters, we can finally use that mixer device to cripple her army.
This park has a mixer somewhere? I'll explain that in a second, guys.
We've secured a few of them through the park, but they were never activated. Let's turn things around.
All right.
I'll download a hacking toolkit onto your Scabby 2K. You can use it to scrape information off her transmitters and shut them down.
Can I go now?
If you want. Listen, I'm not your boss. I'm just a lady on a big screen.
See ya. So mixers in Grounded 1 were these devices that stored like a high amount of raw science. Raw science are those little purple orbs we sometimes come across, and I use them to spend on recipes and things like that. And these mixers, you would start them, and then you'd have to defend it for like 3 minutes or something like that. And because what happens is the sound and the cacophony, the vibrations and everything that would be emitted by these turned on mixers would attract a bunch of angry bugs, and you'd have to defend the mixer from being attacked by all the bugs. If you failed, the bugs defeated the mixer, they'd all go away, and you'd have to start over again. But if you succeeded, then that huge amount of raw science inside of the mixers would become available to you. So this was a way to get a whole bunch of raw science so you could buy better recipes and things like that. Evidently, I say evidently, but I know a little bit more than I'm letting on. There is a mixer that we're going to encounter here in Grounded 2 in this early access part of the game. But we'll be using it for something different. It has to do with defeating this mysterious stranger. So that's what that discussion around the around the mixer was. Now, I mentioned that I've already gone and upgraded, or did some upgrading and getting resources. So I've already got the tier 2 axe and hammer and shovel. You can't get the tier 2 wrench in this version of early access yet. They're going to introduce that later. The wrench is for repairing things. Okay, so what do you say we continue our story? Now, we did just get a new thing from having done that part of the story, and that is I can now use a resource finder. This is really helpful. So if, let's say I want to find a wolf spider fang so that I can make the wolf armor, right? The wolf spider armor. Well, I can find where there are wolf spiders or wolf spider parts at various points in the map, and then I can head there. And in fact, I'm going to call my chompers, my aunt Buggy. Hi, Randy. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to take my aunt over to that wolf spider because I've already killed a couple of them and I already have some parts. And I would really love to make wolf spider armor because it's tier 3 armor as opposed to the B armor here that's just tier 2. So let's head over to the wolf spider. I thought I put him... Yeah, it's this direction. Let's go see if we can kill this wolf spider and start making that armor. And then I'll progress the story. We'll play today for a total of maybe an hour and a half. It's been about 20 minutes thus far. Not of playing, because I spent a long time talking about composite objects comprising atoms whose nuclei are separated by empty space. But yeah, we'll probably play for another 1 hour, and then I'll sign off for the day. I'm thirsty, so I'm going to get some juice there. Alright, we're almost to where we saw that wolf spider resource. So you can see it right there. It's just... So the wolf spider that I've most consistently encountered is up here. In this area. I'm gonna send my Buggy home. I don't want him to get hurt. But I'm not seeing... Okay, so he must be... What? So maybe there's a bug, excuse the pun. And maybe this, maybe this wolf spider is up there. Incorrectly. I think that's probably the case, because I've encountered some wolf spiders elsewhere in the yard, but never yes. Risto, you ask, is there ever a chance you would decide to be atheist agnostic? Well, I already have. I became a Christian when I was 21 years old, having had no real exposure to Christian theology or anything like that. By the time I was in high school, I was a rabid atheist and anti-Christian. Oh, look, I found a place we can break into. Let's check it out. So I already have been, Risto. But since becoming a Christian, this is 25 or so years ago, all I see is more and more evidence, scientific, archaeological, historical, philosophical, just more and more reasons to think that Christianity is true. Yeah. Risto, I don't have, like, a video or something that is my testimony alone, but in many of the interviews I've given, I've explained how I became a Christian. Many of those videos are in this channel, and if not, you can go to my website, chrisdate.info, and I've got all my lots of my interviews and stuff that I've done there. So what I would do is go check that out and see if maybe you can find a video that interests you and watch it, and you might happen to hear me give my testimony therein. There's not much to it. I mean, I'll just tell you right now, as I said, was not raised... I wasn't raised in an overtly Christian household, was not exposed to Christian theology or anything growing up, at least extremely little thereof. And as I said, by the time I was in high school, I was a rabid anti-theist, I was a rabid anti-Christian. And I used to go on these trips at that time with my dad on camping trips. Not just camping, but caving. We liked to go to caves all around the country. Lewis and Clark Caverns, Jewel Cave, Carlsbad Caverns, Mammoth Cave, all sorts of places. And on these trips, once I found out by the time I was in high school that my parents identified as Christians, my dad and I would talk about it on these trips we would go on. And I would often ask him questions, but they weren't the kinds of questions one asks genuinely seeking answers. You know, I asked the questions because I thought they made my dad and his faith look foolish. So I was really anti-Christian, anti-theist. And then shortly after my wife and I got married, again, this is a little over 25 years ago, I was on one of these camping trips with my dad. I was still asking these hostile, gotcha questions. But I went to bed halfway into the trip. I say bed, it was a cot. We had cots in our tent and sleeping bags on the cots. I went to sleep in my cot, hostile to Christianity. And I woke up sympathetic to it. I have no explanation. I was not convinced by evidence or anything into the kingdom, so to speak. Into Christianity, right? It was not arguments or evidence that convinced me. Now, since then, I have been increasingly convinced by the evidence. So that's so it's not that, you know, it's not that evidence is irrelevant or you know, or plays no role in my faith. It just didn't play a role in my conversion. I don't have an explanation for my conversion. The answers my dad was giving me to those questions I were asking were not particularly good. He wasn't an apologist. But like I said, I woke up one morning sympathetic to the faith, and I don't have an explanation for that except for theology I would go on to develop later.
A great pick.
So, having woken up sympathetic to Christianity and essentially considering myself a believer in whatever Christianity is, I didn't know much at the time. You know, having not been raised in an overtly Christian home, there were really only two things I knew about Christianity. One is that I should probably believe what the Bible says, that's my authority, which is a little funny since nowadays plenty of Christians won't even say that. But the other thing I knew was that, well, I guess now I should believe that anybody who's not a believer in Jesus is going to suffer forever in hell. And then many years later, I'd find out that that's not really what Scripture teaches, but that's a whole other conversation for another time. So, with this very little, extremely little knowledge of my newfound faith, I returned home from that, or for the rest of that trip, I was asking my dad sincere questions, genuinely interested in what he thought. And when I got back home from that trip, I got myself a Bible and I started reading it, and I started listening to sermons and talk radio, Christian talk radio. Yeah, that's how I became a Christian. Now, like I said, since then I've gone on to appreciate, increasingly so, what seems like the overwhelming volume of evidence of various sorts in favor of Christianity. I find it increasingly compelling. And so to answer your question, Risto, is there ever a chance? Sure, there's a chance I could be persuaded that Christianity or theism more broadly is not true. But it has a really high odds, a really tall hurdle to overcome. Because there's an awful lot of evidence that atheism, or even less, or more specifically, theistic non-Christianity, just way too much evidence to overcome, and I just don't think that's likely. So, anyway, we could talk more in time. But coming back to the game, so what I'm doing here is working on the two-story quests, the two-story challenges coming up. Reach the Orc transmitter at these two locations. So this is the picnic table. It's up here in the so right around here is where you start. So it's up here north at the picnic table, and as you can see, we've got a tablecloth that we can climb up to get on top. Oh, Risto asks if I'm going to have another conversation with Rebecca from the ministry called Bread of Life. For those of you in the chat who aren't familiar with what Risto's talking about, I had a conversation-style debate on Trinity Radio, a YouTube channel hosted by a friend of mine named Braxton Hunter, several months ago, maybe a year or so ago. And we debated LGBTQ issues, whether or not a Christian can, in good conscience, hold an affirming take on LGBTQ issues. So if people want to check that out, they can go to Trinity Radio's YouTube channel and watch that. Oh, hey, I'm getting a message from my son asking if he can join me. Let me get on Discord really quick and see if he wants to join. But to answer your question then, Risto, I don't know. At this point, there's no plans to have a conversation with her. So we'll have to we'll have to see. I have to message my son on Xbox. So give me a second. Oh. Miles? Hi. Hey, talk for a second again real quick so I can make sure that you're being picked up by my software. Can somebody in the chat tell me if you're hearing my son Miles? Miles, introduce yourself to the stream. Okay, well, there you go. To answer your question, Miles... Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, it looks like my... Oh, because of the audio. All right, they're not hearing you yet, so let me get you added. Let me get you added. Let's see here. Add audio output capture, desktop audio. And, okay, now say something. No, they're still not hearing you. I gotta figure out what's going on. Hold on. Okay, now say something, Miles.
Hello, hello.
All right, I think you guys can hear him now. Let me know in the chat that you can hear him. But I can see in OBS that he's being picked up. So Miles, you were telling my audience that your name is Miles. You're 11 years old, and you've beaten Grounded 2. You've finished as far as the story goes in Grounded 2 at this point in early access. And then I told you people weren't hearing you. So do you want to pick up from where you left off?
Okay, so I said all that, and then I said that I have like 1,000 hours.
Of just Grounded 2, or do you mean between Grounded 2 and Grounded 1?
Both.
Hi there, I'm Pete. I know all about.
Okay, well there you go. So this is my youngest of 4 sons, folks. His name is Miles, and yeah, thank you. You're able to be heard now, Miles. And I started up the game so you can join me. But you'll probably spawn near my base, and I'm at the picnic table about to do the transmitter there. So,
okay.
So while you're joining the game and stuff, I'm going to answer a question that chat asked me. Yeah, Risto, I'm open to another conversation with her, but it's going to be a real challenge, because if you heard that conversation between us, she and I have a very different source of authority. For her, it's her feelings that she gets from what she thinks is the Holy Spirit. For me, it's the Bible. And when you have utterly different sources of authority like that, it can be really difficult to have a meaningful conversation. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. And then, Studious James, you asked me if I've looked much into the Shroud of Turin. A little bit. Those of you who don't know, the Shroud of Turin is an artifact that many Christians think are the burial cloths in which Jesus was buried and in which he rose from the dead. And their reasons for thinking that it's legit are many, and some of them are really interesting. I've looked into it a little bit, James, and I'm not convinced one way or the other yet. It seems to me unlikely that it's real, but I can't deny some of the interesting things about it. So that's all I've got to say. And then one thing, guys, this briefcase here does have a code that we can find and open it. I'll open it once we actually find the 2 parts of the code. I'll show you where one of them is here in a moment. Miles, are you in the game yet?
It says there was a error joining.
Oh, try one more time? It's the same password as usual. Risto, my son's name is spelled with an I, not a Y, just so you know.
Yeah, how could you?
Right? Well, the guy in the chat was just mentioning a favorite author whose name is MYLES, Miles. So, are you still having trouble joining the game?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's do this. I'm going to save and quit, and then start it up again. And this time I'll wait for you to get into the lobby before we start it. All right. Host online game. Continue. Oh, you know what? I might have typed the password wrong. I'm just gonna do no password. Okay.
Okay.
And now see if you can join.
Okay, let's see.
Hi there,
Searching.
I'm Pete.
Hope you
I know all about
joining
Arthur
game. There we go.
Awesome. I think it was the password. Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! I literally almost selected Max.
Well, it would have been fine if you had. I'm playing Pete.
Yeah, well, I don't like Max, so
Why not? Nothing wrong with Max.
I just don't. I used to like him. I used to use him all the time. Just don't know.
So where did you spawn?
Clean. Gotta worry about my mineral intake.
At the tutorial.
Okay. So my base is really near there. You should be able to find it. You won't be able to miss it. But if you have any problems getting to it, let me know. All right. So chat. I hate referring to chat as chat. I feel so pretentious. So this is. So Miles, I'm just explaining to chat that I'm going through the cooler on the picnic right now. Chat, you'll see later in the game a much larger biome that's cold like this. But for now, this is just a brief introduction to cold biomes in Grounded 2 here at the cooler. Miles, did you want me to wait for you at the orc transmitter, or do you just want me to take care of it?
You can take care of it.
All right. What I'm trying to do is save the progression of the story for when I'm on stream. So when I get back, maybe we can do the other orc transmitter together. Would that be fine?
This counts as another one for the compendium.
I've actually never even used What?
Because you're not on. You're. They can only hear you. They can't see you right now. Because we're not together. You know, you're on another part of the map. So if you just wait a few minutes, I'll finish up this and come get you, and we can do more of the story for the stream.
Okay. Wow. Okay, that's really surprising.
I can't keep up.
Well, there goes my no death streak. Unless I reload. You know what? I'm gonna reload, Miles. Hold on. I'm really trying to. I'm trying to keep a no death save. So. Hold on a second. All right, is it loading for you?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It says loading a save.
All right, there you go.
Watch me, people. I'm not.
That's what they call save scumming.
I used to do that a lot.
I just don't like accumulating deaths in a game like this.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about WoW.
How's your day been, Miles?
I wish I'd brought my
Good.
mittens.
All right, back in the cooler.
So the northern shredders, those like scorpion, mighty things, mighty fist things, whatever. They do more damage than the weaver
Do they?
thing, and it has more stun.
Nice. Do you mean than the Weaver daggers?
Yeah, that's it. Weaver daggers. The
Fascinating.
Northern Shudders has more than the Weaver daggers.
You're free to make
Surprising.
yourself any weapon or armor you want. I do have a few armor sets already there on some armor stands if you want them.
It's clean. Don't worry
I
about
see.
my minerals.
This says Weaver.
Another one for the compendium.
Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. Is that your Weaver armor?
Yes, but you can wear it if you'd like it. I'm wearing B armor right now.
That's fine. Just see what I can craft. Acorn.
Oh, I hate ladybugs. Alright, there we go.
They're not that bad.
No, they're not.
You're just probably bad at the game.
That's probably true. I am probably bad at the game. No, ladybugs have always acted a little bit unpredictably for me, or it's hard for me to adjust to their pattern of attack. I don't know.
Dude, I hate that stupid thing. I accidentally made this stupid nifty needle. Keeps doing that. Again? Game. Oh my god, stop crafting the freaking thing.
All right,
I just
Miles.
used all your NATFAs because it kept glitching.
Oh, I'm sorry. Alright, I'm gonna activate the transmitter. Or hack it, or whatever.
Okay.
The transmitter disrupted.
Alright, so now, Chad, I have this new
Soldiers
challenge. It says find the orc soldiers by the pines. And I think that is this marker here, this star that I'm looking at. So, Miles, I'm gonna go do this, deal with the orc soldiers by the pines, and then I'll come meet up with you, okay?
Okay.
Did you make northern armor?
Uh-huh. And the northern shredders to go with it.
Yeah. That's a rogue armor, right? Oh, come on!
You died again.
I'm gonna load. A stupid exploding... Weevil got me. Gosh, I'm embarrassed. I wish I hadn't done this on stream because they've had to see me reload twice. Anywho. Alright, you might have to make that armor again, but it shouldn't take you long. And I won't do it again, okay? I'll be more careful. I don't want you to get sick of playing with me.
Okay, this time I'm gonna try not to make the nifty needle. Okay, I copied the stupid nifty needle. I'm just gonna do this instead of freaking trying to switch up. Earthen. No. Earthen.
There we go.
There we go. There. Only crafted one nifty needle this time.
Remind me what the nifty needle does?
The signal indicates a gathering of soldiers.
It just increases your bow damage.
Ah.
Look at what they're doing there.
Not the best, unless you're, using a bow class. But there are definitely better charms for bows.
Alright, on my way to deal with those soldiers at the pines.
Oh, excuse me.
Wow, that was polite.
What?
Your belch. Whoops.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, right, I remember this. We'll find a couple of milk molars over here, too. For those of you watching, if you don't remember from the previous streams or you didn't watch them, the milk molars are these candies you break open and they unlock, you use them as currency to unlock special upgrades of sorts. So once we get these milk molars over here, we'll get to upgrade a couple more
Actually,
things.
they're not.
They're not what?
They're not candy. They're vitamins.
Whatever. They're edible things. We'll just say that.
Yeah.
I've never been down here in this pail, this green pail near the pines. There's a bunch of acorns in it. I've never been inside of it. Interesting. Anywho.
There we go. I'm gonna go test out these northern. Oh, thank you. Yes. I'm gonna go test out these.
So
daggers, these.
So Miles, what's your verdict of the game so far? Are you a fan of it? Do you like it? Do you like it better than or worse than Grounded 1? What do you think?
So obviously I would choose Grounded 1 over this because they don't have as much content, obviously, because it's in early access. But in the future, this is obviously going to be probably better than Grounded 1. And so I would probably, and I would say this is a really fun game. I recommend.
I agree.
I would
I
rather have my
can't
dad
pick up this stupid water. I'm so thirsty.
All right, I'm at the orc soldiers by the pines.
So here's a friendly warning. Do not mess with my soldiers, and do not touch my stuff. Do not touch my stuff. Stash it with milk molars.
Touch your stuff. Touch your stuff now. No, all these stupid drops are fake. Oh my god. I can't get a single one.
Right?
Okay, I'll give up.
Yeah, I'll say that I like it a lot. I like it better than Grounded 1. And I can't wait to see the rest of the game. The only, like, real criticism I have of it as a sequel to Grounded 1 is I would have liked a bigger improvement in graphics, and it seems like it wasn't that much of one. Oh, gosh. Hold on, Miles. I'm getting attacked by some difficult enemies. Die. Oh! Ooh. Oh, geez. Low mode is so hard.
But I like it.
Well, it's fun. Don't get me wrong.
Grounded 1. Very first. I have like remix low mode 1.
Do I need to hire a babysitter for you? I have a lot going on, okay? So I'm only gonna say this once. Do not mess with my army or the treasures they guard.
We need to get you some headphones, Miles, because since you're listening over the TV speakers, chat heard the voice on my computer and then over your microphone.
I could just, yeah, okay.
It's fine,
I could use headphones, but
Well, they're like,
I wouldn't be able to hear you.
yeah, they don't work very well, the ones you have, right? Yeah. Well, we can get you a new pair, especially if playing with me on stream is something you want to do. My friend James says in the chat, uh-oh, detail-oriented Chris Date got corrected on a game detail by an 11-year-old, and suddenly it's whatever. You shut up, James. I don't want to hear it.
Messy lab.
Corrected on what? What did I correct you?
I said that the milk molars are candies, and you said no, they're vitamins.
Price of greatness.
Yeah.
But James is right. I am a stickler for details, and that's a detail I got wrong. All right, I'm done at where I was just at, so I'll come meet you at base and we can go do the other orc transmitter if you're game for that.
Okay, I also took your gloom skewer.
That's fine, I'm not using it.
Your crimson buckler. I'm crafting a crimson buckler.
Yeah, that's what I'm using.
What? Give up.
Could I get a ride? Astonishing.
One of the things I need to learn... Sorry, what?
I can't see your name tag.
I can see yours. Weird.
Are you like hidden on the map maybe?
I don't think so.
That's weird.
Look north toward the picnic table.
I've looked everywhere. Hold on.
Maybe, hold on, maybe
Yeah,
I can fix that. No? Yeah, I don't know. That's bizarre. What I was about to say, though, was that one thing I need to learn to do, Miles, is talk while playing better. Especially when the combat starts, I tend to try to, want to try to focus on the fight, but if I'm going to stream gaming, I guess I got to be a little more entertaining, right?
Well, if you're fighting and you need to concentrate, then it makes sense.
Yeah, but how often do you see streamers concentrate on their fights and don't say anything for, 30 seconds?
I like it when you shut up.
Who was that voice I just heard? Was that Mom?
Yeah, it's Mom.
Oh, hi, Star.
Hi. Did you hear what she said?
I just heard her say hi.
Yeah. She said, I like it when you shut up.
Oh, that's nice. Hey, Star, all of my 10,000 live viewers can hear you talking, by the way.
Okay. He has 4 viewers.
I probably don't even have 4, to be honest. I think I have... At one point, I had 2 or 3 live.
When I was watching at one point, you had 7.
Oh, wow! All right. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'm at base with you. But I gotta...
Okay, 1 second. I'm eating. I want the other.
I gotta make some heals.
One. Look, I'm looking at you. Where are you? Oh, here they are. Hello.
Hi. Nice
I
armor.
like them because they're blue.
Hmm?
They look blue.
Ah.
My things are blue. My
Yeah.
northern shredders.
In your game, you should put those on a wall mount because it's a bug right now. Those weapons don't appear on the wall mount correctly.
Entomophagy is better
Looks
at
funny.
this scale.
Wait.
All right.
Do we have wall mount?
smoothies. I guess I'll do some of this.
Oh, you can literally farm caterpillars. That's actually smart, right here.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do
Oh,
that, but it
caterpillars.
turned out to be handy.
To get your weaver armor.
Yeah. Well, no, actually, I had my weaver armor before I even built this base. I built this here because it was elevated. Star is watching now. Hey, sweetie, the day is... Yeah, it's like 30 seconds. I could decrease the delay. Next stream, I'll try that out. So it's less latency. All right, Miles. Yeah, so I put it up here because the elevation... That and everywhere else I wanted to build my base... After I'd cut down grass planks and weed stems, they would just grow back and they'd go right through my base. So I wanted to put it somewhere where very little would grow through my base and I'd be elevated, and this is what I came up with, and it just happened to be a good spot to get that caterpillar over here.
Did you try cutting the stump of the plant?
Yeah, I always do. And it didn't matter. Alright, you want to go do the other orc transmitter? Or do you want to get yourself a
Yeah, 1
mount?
second. I'm adding some blind. Sure. I'll get a
Miniature
mount.
engineering, that one.
Alright, I'll go with you to the anthill then. Oh, I gotta get some more sap. Hold on.
Need a light on the first.
Say what?
I can't place another one. I can't place another one.
Why?
Because there's no spots to put it.
Oh,
It's an invalid surface,
gotcha.
which is stupid. Whatever. There's 2 lights here. That works.
All right, so we need to get you to the anthill to get a soldier ant egg. Is that right?
Yeah, I want to check out my lasagna.
It's clean.
Alright.
But I worry about my mineral.
I'll meet you there.
I don't have. Not sensitive. That's sensitive. Actually, my phone has a very sensitive mic. Honestly, where are you?
I'm at the entrance to the anthill.
What the? Bruh.
Maybe you know what?
Wait up!
Why don't I just take chompers in there and get you an egg? Because that way I don't have to fight any soldier ants.
Oh yeah.
All right, give me a second. I'll go get you one.
You do that. Oh my god. I love this spot because there's this little sprinkler
Let's
and it
reestablish
spawns like 3 water
homeostasis.
droplets. It's amazing.
It is helpful, that's for sure.
Can't people shut up!
I was watching.
Wow.
I was watching Miles I think it was Jadecraft. No, it was Mediocre Milton. Are you familiar with that streamer? And he was talking about some reasons he thinks that the Axle update, the one with the tarantula, is probably going to come pretty soon, like here in a couple weeks. So I'm excited. I hope that happens.
Oh, I thought it was gonna come in October.
Well, that's what he thought too, but the developers announced a live stream where they were going to do some revelations or answer questions or whatever, and Mediocre Milton offered some pretty good rationale for why he thinks it's likely that they will release the first update around that time as well. And that stream that they scheduled is, I want to say September 1st, so here in a couple weeks. But we'll see.
Nice. Excuse me.
Golly, so rude.
Hey, I'm eating watermelon lasagna. The watermelon has water in it.
Excuses, excuses. I'm having trouble finding
What?
the red ant soldier egg in here. Maybe I went to the wrong nest?
Probably. That's a Chris move.
That is not a Chris move. Chris moves are klutzy moves that you do in real life, physical space. Trip over things, break body parts, stuff like that.
That should be oh wait, Pantalone. That should be
Pantalone. All right, I got to tell the chat about that, Miles. Hold on. So Miles, when I told Miles a second ago that Chris things are klutz moves, that's true. I'm a klutz. I make a lot of mistakes and stuff like that. Trip and fall and hurt myself and stuff like that. Well, anyway, the example that Miles was just alluding to by using the Italian word pantalones. Oh man, I don't think I've told this publicly before, so this will be fun for some people. Was that Star laughing? Was that Mom laughing, Miles? Okay, well anyway, so Star and I, my wife is Star, we've been married a little over 25 years. She and I were in Italy a few years ago, 5, 6, 7 years ago, something like that. I actually went to Rome to give a presentation. I was invited to come and speak there. Anyway, while we were in Italy, Star and I were walking along the sidewalk at one point, and she was a little bit in front of me, so I couldn't see 100%. It does come up far too often, Star, this is true. I couldn't see perfectly clearly beyond her. I could only see, or I was somewhat limited to being able to see what was between herself and me. But I think I was also distracted. I don't know if I was looking at my phone or what. But we were walking along, and just out of the blue, all of a sudden, I found myself butt up in the air and my head practically on the ground, and some guy is saying, "Signore, signore, pantalones, pantalones." Well, what happened was the sidewalk, where we were at, where we were walking, had these posts sticking up out of the ground, and the tops of the posts were right about crotch high for me, and my shorts were somewhat ill-fitting, so there was a lot of baggy slack. There was slack in my pants, in my crotch area, and I inadvertently walked into one of these posts, and the post grabbed on the slack of my shorts. Should we take a sleep to kill some time, Miles? Okay. So the post caught on the slack of my shorts, and I tipped over, ass over tea kettle. Hopefully people don't mind me using the word ass. I'm just referring to my butt. And yeah, everybody. Oh, and it ripped my shorts to shreds. Like people could see my underwear, and I had to hide behind Star, and we had to call a taxi. And oh man, it was. And like I said, the guy was screaming, "Pantalones, pantalones, senor!" And I'm like, I know. And I got up and, like I said, hid behind Star, and we tried to get a taxi home. It was real embarrassing, but very funny and very stereotypically a very big Chris move, that's for sure. And as Star said in the chat, that comes up very often. But it's a good story. I wish it had been caught on camera and that I could show people, because it was funny. Embarrassing, but funny. All right, Miles, your egg has a few hours of game time left to cook, so we'll have to kill just a little bit more time.
Cook is absolutely insane. You're actually incubating it, you monster.
What?
You're not cooking the egg. You're incubating it.
It's a figure of speech. It's like when you say a pregnant woman has a bun in the oven, right? Her womb isn't literally an oven.
Yeah, I know what that means. But you're basically saying you're cooking it.
I am not.
That's a little ant.
Smoky, tangy. Do I detect a hint of smoke?
You can tell that it's not being cooked. So. Alright, let's see. So the next can you have is the garbage can one.
Oh, that's right. Let's make a couple of gas masks. And just so you know, Miles, I was going to end the stream in about 15 minutes or so. So right after we do that transmitter, we'll call it a day. And then next time I stream, I'll ask you if you want to join me. All right, looks like we need a little more gas or gnat fuzz to make you a gas mask. I'll go get some gnat fuzz.
Okay.
One of these days, maybe I'll get as good at talking while playing as some of the streamers I like to watch. Or not streamers. I guess I don't really watch any gaming streamers. Corey Kenshin doesn't stream, he pre-records. But, and I've never watched Milton or... Has he?
Yeah. One was like, most of them have been like charity raising but streams, but they're still streamed. They count.
Gotcha. Alright, I got some gnat fuzz, bringing it back.
Here we see a running to a house. And I fell. Ah!
Well, don't do that again.
I'm okay. Just a couple broken bones.
Alright, you should be able to make yourself a gas mask now.
Yummy. Alright. Shall we go on our adventure of glory?
You don't care about the mounts? You don't care about waiting for your buggy?
I mean, what is it at? 2 minutes. We can wait.
Is it really only 2 minutes? Is 1 minute in game time? Or sorry, is 1 minute in real time an hour of game time?
It might be one, 2, 3. So like a whole second in game time is 3 seconds. So like 6 minutes.
Well, if you want to wait, you can. I'm already started to head to the garbage can, though.
Oh, jeez,
I'll wait for you. Oh, do you want... Would you like to wait for your buggy?
Nah, I'm already on my way.
Alright.
I also do already have a couple bandages, so...
Okay, good.
Not like you're probably not gonna ask that, though. Whoa! I can't find all the spiders in the rock.
Yeah.
Man, there's so many bugs in this game.
Yeah. Nice pun.
Ooh, I found a spicy candy.
Nice.
Cha-cha candy.
Your Omni tool should be able to bust it.
Yeah. I found it when I was digging up buried treasure.
Oh, nice.
3 spiders.
Which you were able to dig
Nums.
up because the Omni tool had been upgraded already.
H2O.
Yep. Oh, I have spicy safety now. I like how they made it so like spicy safety and fresh defense, instead of giving you like resistance to like gas and like smashing and fusing and stuff, they actually give resistance to like cold and...
Yay.
But you all see how fast I can kill this bombardier beetle? I'm like over here.
Sure.
I don't remember Bombardier being friendly at all.
That was sarcasm.
Very cool. I saw your venom hitting him, getting him inflicted with
they
venom.
didn't get a single hit. Yeah, these daggers, on a crit, they add venom, and the northern armor gives, what does it do? Gives double deal, which deal increased damage to enemies affected by venom, and then the full set bonus gives crippling strike, which features you ambush with melee weapons are stunned. So that's why the bombardier beetle got stunned immediately.
Yeah.
Really good.
I am
From
ascending the garbage can.
Okay, I'm almost there. Just gotta... I had trouble finding out how to get this one. Not gonna lie. I didn't really figure out how to get up here for a while. I do like the story progression now in the second game, this one.
Yeah, well, I've been really impressed that despite it still being the earliest access, they've already got the equivalent, basically, of Grounded 1 in terms of story and map size. So now, with every update, we're going to be bigger and even bigger than Grounded 1, which is pretty exciting. Is there a... Oh, no, it's just a mint. I don't care about those right now.
Yeah. It's pretty nice being a parkour pro. Alright, I'm up here.
I should tell you, chat, my son Miles is pretty full of himself. He thinks he's the best at everything.
I get cocky.
You do get cocky. What is it you often say? You're just built different?
I don't see that.
You did so! Can Mom hear me right now? Because she'll confirm that you say it.
What?
Doesn't
Well,
Miles
am I talking?
often say things like, or he'll say, I'm just built different.
Yes, he says it all the time.
Told you.
I always...
He hasn't said it in a few weeks, I guess.
I stopped saying it. So.
Uh-huh. Alright.
But either way, it's still... let's see. Alright, I got the orc transmitter. I also killed the snake bug, so...
To the research stash.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Alright, so now they want us to go and kill the orc soldiers by the pond. That's where the blueberries are. Let me get this raw science over here, and then we can head over to the pond and do that.
Well, I'm ready to jump, and so.
Alright, I'll catch up to you.
Let's go. There we go.
Raw science.
Do you have one of the infinite tufts like I do, or is it you just have a stack of them?
Just a stack.
When I land, I'll call my buggy and see if I can overtake you on my buggy.
Well, I'm 300, actually, about to be, yeah, 300 meters away, so better
Well, we'll
get
see.
running.
We'll see. I will. I just gotta wait for my buggy.
Exoskeleton activated. I'm ready for pickup.
You're lucky that I'm getting attacked by stupid bombardier beetles.
Favorite new mode of transportation.
If you get knocked, just wait for me to come revive you.
Oh, I'm 200 meters away, so.
Take a breather, little bug, as Allie would say.
Oh!
I am 100 meters away. Oh! Wait, Scorpion! That's unfair! This is my time to break! Get a break for it!
I don't think you're gonna make it!
I made it! Yeah, told you I could do it. Super B. I hate that game so much.
Did you get knocked?
Kill it.
Can't keep up.
I don't know how far back I saved.
Wow.
Gosh.
That's honestly all your
Why was it my
because
fault?
you.
Just respawn
because
at
you
the
did
nearest
surpass me.
outpost. We should be pretty near here. Yeah.
If you surpassed me, we would be okay.
I was right there fighting with you, dude. I got there right at the same time you did. Oh no, where's my buggy?
Nah. Probably is back at home.
He was knocked. Does he just... When I respawn, does he just go back to base?
That's what usually they do, but they usually don't like go into. They usually don't get unoccupied, which is kind of weird. I'm gonna ambush him, so
I guess
get
he
behind
won't.
me.
Right. Oh, it's all still here.
Why do we do so much freaking damage?
Right?
They're both
That's
on
because
me.
it's woe
No!
mode.
Total. I need help, guys.
Man, I like how you're not using a button until you have knee armor. Knee armor. Oh, well, that's cool. My daggers are already on the front.
Oh my gosh!
I'm sorry. I need help.
I'm coming! Or not.
This is embarrassing.
Break eventually.
How am I doing so poorly? Well, it's because there's two of these
Shut your eyes.
bees. What?
Shut your eyes, guys. Shut your eyes.
I can't understand what you're
Your
saying.
toes work. Okay, whatever. I give up. Whatever.
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
Probably speaking brain rot or something.
I'm not speaking right now. Shut up. Please. It's annoying. I killed one bee. I killed one bee.
All right, I'm coming. Hopefully I'll be there in time to help you with the second one.
Oh, I got it.
You just got hurt pretty badly, but... Oh, you got him!
I asked you not to do
Thank you.
What is wrong with
Need
you?
berries. What scorpion parts did you get? Because I might want to repair these daggers here.
I only have one scorpion chunk.
How old are you?
That's all we need, but we also need a spine nub. There has to be a stupid little
Take it from me.
I've got spine nubs back at
frickin'
base.
what's it called?
Settlements built their network
Caterpillars.
center inside the statue of Wendell and Burkle.
Spine nub.
You better toughen up before coming here. You won't even survive the first floor.
There are none on the map.
He'll be here, waiting for you.
Questionable.
Really? The statue?
Oh wait, never mind.
That's so far
Oh, there's
away.
one literally right here.
It's technically only a few feet away.
That's so close.
So chat, the
Go
next
ahead
thing
and
we're gonna
drop me
the next thing we're gonna have to do is find a way to the statue. Here's the statue. Here's the way into it. But there are also a couple more of those transmitters that Miles and I have just done. There's one here and there's one here. Those are the next things I'll do next stream. Before we go and do the statue. All right, Miles, where did you say you found a caterpillar? I'll follow you.
Literally marked it. It's literally over here.
Ah, I see.
Way over here, but it's over here. Oh, it's on there!
Anything interesting out here?
Get down from there! Cheater, I can't even get up there. Waste the frick.
I do have lots of spine nubs
Get
back
up.
at base, if you want to just head back to base. But if you really want to climb up here and kill that caterpillar, we can try to find a way.
Parkour! No! I tried. Yeah, let's just get back to base.
Alright.
Plus my command should be done. Right. Anthony.
I think I have to spawn a new one. I think I've got to grow a new, or hatch a new buggy.
You shouldn't, cause you don't. Sorry, my stupid front fell. You shouldn't because when on our world, that happens to me all the time when I die.
Well, but was your buggy knocked at the time that you had to respawn? See, mine was.
You should. You're probably just in your nest, dead.
You want to bet? We'll make you a bet. I think Chompers is dead, and I'm gonna have to hatch a new bug and give it a new name.
Just a bet then.
All right, if I win, you have to play a game of Brotato with me.
Okay, that's.
I've been
honestly
practicing
fine.
that. I actually beat Brotato with the King, but then I tried with the Ranger and Crazy and Mutant, and I kept not succeeding. But I did beat it with one character.
Okay, and if I win, I'll say I don't know.
Okay, well, we'll see.
I'll think of it. So
I don't think
your
you'll need to think
buggy
of
is
it.
Your buggy's gonna be in your nest. He might be knocked in your nest, but he might not. But you're not. This is the bet. You're not gonna have to
Hatch a new one?
hatch another one. Yeah.
Okay.
You're not gonna have to hatch a new. That's the bet.
All right. This is perfect timing, too, because I was going to end the stream in a couple minutes. So right after we get to base and find out which of us wins the bet, we can end the stream and then come play Brotato.
Are you ready?
Oh, no. I can't see it. See? I told you.
What?
Go ahead and hatch your... Because he died. Chompers died.
Call him again. No. Call.
There's a caterpillar up here
Okay,
if you want to. I'll kill it and you can harvest its body. Do you know how to get up here to where the caterpillar is to farm it?
Hold on. Yeah, I know how to get up there. And there. Alright, I got Anthony.
I put a grass table so that you could jump up onto the leaf.
Well, I didn't need that.
I think you do.
Because I know how to actually get up there with this. Dad, I know how to get up there without this.
All right. Well,
I need it.
all right,
I
Miles.
keep dropping my phone.
I'll come out there and we can play some Brotato. And then we can
Okay.
chat, I'll stream again in a couple days or something like this, and if Miles wants to join me, he'll be able to hear him too. Otherwise, it'll be just me. But thanks for tuning in. If you watched live, if you watched streaming, I hope it's been interesting. And don't forget that question I asked you at the beginning about composite objects, despite the nuclei of the atoms being separated by so much empty space. And next stream, I'll tell you what that was getting me to think about. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you next. What? What?
I need to say one thing.
Light, a wave, and a particle.
Yes, there is friendly fire.
All right. Bye, everybody.